Hello there, this is William Lee, the creator of the film Treasure the Ninja. And um, as most of you know, uh, the American Genre Film Archive has just announced the pre order sales for the Blu ray retrospective of that film, which we shot back in 1986. And I'm speechless. When I saw the announcement, I was just like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. So I want to thank Joe Ziemba and the people at AGFA for releasing the film. Um, for those of you who have wondered where I've been for 40 years, I haven't gone anywhere. I've been making films right along. I'm just glad I'm being rediscovered. But anyway, I had a quick story about Treasure the Ninja, which I think you will find interesting. And that is back in 1986, 87, when we shot the film. Um, Obviously, there were no DVDs, there was no streaming, it was all VHS. And so, what I did was, I had a friend who was a really good artist uh, take one of the actual photographs we did in the movie and then do a drawing of me here, ninjas in the background. And this is the original piece of paper that became the eventual VHS jacket for the film. So then we took some parchment copy paper, we did a color copy with the artwork and the lettering. I cut it, I measured it against the size of a VHS box, and on the other side, that is just a white piece of paper that I put into a typewriter. For those of you too young to know, a typewriter was actually old people's PCs. You actually had a piece of paper, and you had these keys with a ribbon cartridge, and they would print letters, and there it is. And so these pictures you see were actual photographs with BTS on the set, me doing my thing and fighting the head ninja and all that. Um, and then I cut those pictures out, and on the back of this is just plain Scotch tape. Put it on the paper, glued this, glued the parchment on top of the piece of white paper, and then cut it down to size. And then went to Kinkos. I don't even know if they have Kinkos anymore, and made about 100 copies. Cut them all down to size. Bought VHS cases. Slipped the paper into the cases, folded them over to make sure they lined up so the spine of the VHS would line up. And it really didn't. It was still a little off, but hey, I was a broke motherfucker. And put them in VHS cases, and then actually loaded them up in a car and started driving around to sell them to local video stores. In those days, you had a video store in every corner. I was thinking the other day of a story that I probably have never told before about that experience. While I was hitting up Blockbuster and some of the major video chains, Hollywood Video, etc., there were mom and pop stores, and there was store, a video store in Columbus on Carl Road. I'll never forget. Black guy owned it. Little mom and pop VHS video store. So I took a copy of Treasure the Ninja into this guy. And I told him, we shot this film locally and we wanted to distribute it. And obviously, in those days, you didn't just get a distributor. I was a black filmmaker, unknown. So I showed him, he said, okay, let me get my VHS player. He put it in, we watched about 3 or 4 minutes of it, and he looks at me and says, that thing looks like it was shot in 1976. And I looked at him and I'm like, well, we shot it on film. I'm a broke filmmaker. We're both black. How about giving a brother a break? Dude turned me down cold. And it just goes to show you something that is upside down with the film industry. Black people do not support their black filmmakers enough. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people, but it's true. And it's a shame because, it's hard enough being in the business and being a black filmmaker. It's hard. Because, especially for me, I make films that black filmmakers don't make. I don't do soul foods and Boys in the Hood and that kind of thing. I make martial arts, action, grindhouse cinema because that's what I grew up on. That's what I watch. That's what I know. That's what I do. And it's not easy to put me in a category. I have had a hell of a time getting distribution. I finally did, and now I'm, getting really good distribution, but it took 30, 40 years to get where I wanted to be in 1987. But it's all cool. But the bottom line is, I just thought of that story the other day. It's like, we're always, as much as we talk about race issues in this country, we still have a problem within our own communities about how we support each other. And so hopefully somehow that's going to change. But, I really make films the way I make them because that's what I like to do and that's what I think people like to see. In other words, I don't make black films. I'm a black man who stars in my films, and my characters in my films aren't defined by a white audience or a black audience. They're an audience that likes action movies with a positive black role model. That's it. There's no big secret to it. It shouldn't be hard to get that out there, but it's the business we live in. It's one of the dirtiest businesses in the world, and I'm still in it after 40 years for some reason. But that's just a short story about Treasure of the Ninja. It's coming out on Blu-ray July 27th. Get it. And maybe one of you lucky people will get this original copy of the original template for Treasure of the Ninja. Ooh, I might be auctioning this off. No, actually, I won't. That's on my wall. That ain't going nowhere. That will go with me till I leave this planet, and then it may go with me as I leave the planet. All right. So hopefully you'll order the Blu-ray retrospective from Agfa and Vinegar Syndrome. I'm so proud to have that come out, and just enjoy it. That's all I can tell you. It was made out of love. It was made out of fun. And that's how I still make movies, because I like to have fun and I like to do good work. All right, I'm out. Peace. Treasure Ninja coming soon. We'll see ya. Bye.